Oh, greetings, grasshoppers. This is your RJ. Welcome to the show today. Kind of really interesting proposition this morning for you. There's something little happening in my brain. I was just speaking to Steve from True Chat, and we were talking about some possibilities of things that we're going to do in the future. But one of the things that he showed me was that something that I kind of knew before, but I really want to get into some details about how to create and how to help everybody who has invested in these bots get a return on that investment. And that is making it into a personal recommendation engine for your products and services. Say I'll just take the example that we were looking at earlier. You have a jewelry store and all kinds of products for all kinds of people for all kinds of occasions. And you want to be able to recommend the best piece of jewelry there. Good morning, Teresa. You want to be able to recommend the best piece of jewelry to someone. If they walk into a store, you've got a person there who kind of follows a little procedure of qualifying questions, getting answers to those questions, and then making some recommendations. You can also do this with a bot. This is, and it's really, it's something that we do already with bots. We make it so that the qualifying questions are usually part of the entrance into the bot. Part of the welcome package is qualifying questions, seeing what people might need or what they might be ready for. Now, in the case of someone selling physical products like jewelry, things like that, people walk into the store wanting to buy something. People don't always hop on your website wanting to buy something. Sometimes they're trying to find out information, all of that kind of thing. But you can still create a concierge-like experience in your chatbot. Now, sometimes I also say cross-sell and upsell. Those are fine. Those are fine to use, but I think I'm going to try to lean toward this personal recommendation thing, because chatbots are above and beyond, first and foremost, a connection tool. They're a connection tool that feeds your business. If your business doesn't make that next connection, it's going to go down. That's true for all of us, big and small. So primarily they're a connection tool. But can you make that connection a little bit deeper by suggesting and recommending some products and services that they might need based on answers to questions? This takes a little bit of thinking. This isn't the easiest thing to do in the world. You can't just, hey, Mary LaSalle, good to see you. Can't just pop it in there with, hey, you want to buy my stuff? Please don't do that. Please don't do that with your chatbot. You're never gonna realize that money coming back in from the chatbot if you do that. Seriously, darlings, it will not happen. What will happen is that you'll offend people. So never go right to that. When you have a bot on a website, or when you have a bot on a chatbot landing page, which is obviously my preferred method, the difference is if you have a bot on a website, the whole website is trying to distract them. Your banners going, maybe you want to have one of those rotating banners. You've got links down the side. You've got things maybe popping up. Your website is a carnival of things that we're dropping out, being enticing to people. That's not the same as having a conversation with them and finding out what they want and need before you recommend something. So the difference between a website all day carnival, the chatbot is more like a movie theater, okay? We dim the lights. We make sure that you have everything you need before you start the experience. And then we have you focus on one thing at a time throughout the experience. Now, I know that movie theaters are also restaurants these days, and they're ninjas traveling back and forth in the darkness taking your orders. We're not talking about that part. We're talking about the physicality of going somewhere, sitting down, and focusing on something for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Your chatbot shouldn't be that long. Don't do that. But unless somebody wants to stay around that long, that's totally fine. You can make mechanisms to make sure that happens. But it's about focus. When you have a chatbot landing page, it's about focusing people on what you want them to see and designing an experience that is going to immerse them in your world for just a little while. During that experience, you have to think about, okay, what are the things that qualify people for this type of product or service as opposed to this type? And then come up with a question that qualifies people either into group A or group B. That's the kind of thinking that it takes to be able to make this chatbot a personal recommendation engine. A little concierge, if you will. Ever been to a hotel and you're with your significant other, wondering what you're going to do that evening? What's the coolest thing to see? What's the best place to eat? Would you like an adult beverage? All of those things come into play. The best thing and the easiest thing to do is go down to the front desk or look for somebody called a concierge. The concierge, what do? Do they say, here's an entire rack of pamphlets, let's go through them one by one? Do they offer every single thing at once? No. They stop, they ask you a few questions, and based on all of the places and all of the things to do and all of the eateries they have in their head, they make recommendations based off your answers. You can make a chatbot do that, darlings. You can make a chatbot do that with your products and services. It's not that hard to do. It just takes a little bit of focus and a little bit of concentration, thinking about, okay, what are the questions that qualify some people for this product and some people for this other product? What are the dividing points? What are the details that I need to ask? Ideally, with these personalized recommendations, once somebody is in that spot where they want to hear them, and you can tell either by the place they are in the journey with you, or they say, hey, could you make a recommendation for me? Something like that, right? They'll trigger something that says, oop, the recommendation engine needs to come up. You can make those personalized recommendations. I would say if you can ask between 3 to 5 questions is a good sweet spot. 3 to 5. Give them a progress bar if you can. I love progress bars. I love animated progress bars. Why? People love them. If you can play a little sound, if you can make a little thing happen on screen for them, takes like a little GIF takes 2-3 seconds. If you can make that happen for people, every time they get one of those, they get a little bit of excitement in their day. They get that little hit of endorphin, which is why I hit the back of my head. I don't usually do that. Anyway, so that's stay between 3 to 5 questions. Think about what you're saying. Think about how you're qualifying these things. And you can make that personal recommendation engine, you can make that come in anywhere in the client experience of your chatbot. Remember, a chatbot is a conversation. Sometimes you're talking to somebody who's not quite there yet, not quite ready for some recommendations. They need to get to know you first. Remember, they come to your website so that they can find out if you know the pain that they're in, and you can solve the problem that they have, and if they can trust you. That's what they're coming for. If they've passed those 3 stages, you can drop in a personal recommendation interaction anywhere you want to in that bot, including if they just asked for it. So, my friends, think about this today. Think about the concierge that you see at the hotel. Think about that person and think about what they ask, what they would ask if somebody was giving a tour of your business, your products and services. What would they ask? Do 3 to 5 questions and you're ready to write that part of a bot. That was a lot of information. I also came on late, so I apologize for that. Hey, it's a Monday, kids. I am still, this beverage is still being consumed. Thanks for watching today. You know that I think that you guys are absolutely the greatest. And I'm really happy to have you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about something else to do with chatbots. And I take requests. Should you want to ask me how something could be done, I can absolutely do that. Meanwhile, I am going to be on a webinar on Thursday. You may remember, or just, scoot back a couple of days, but I was talking to an app extreme specialist. This guy wants to make apps, having your own app available for everyone. He is of the same mindset that really we've got to take people back to our own real estate on the web in order to control and design a great experience for our people. His way, my way, of course, is the chatbot landing page. His way is the mobile app. He's been working on a way to make a drag and drop building experience available to everybody. And it's pretty genius. I've seen it. I'm getting an app. And so we are going to do a little presentation on Thursday. I'm going to drop the link in here so that you can come and check that out, because the rise of mobile apps is here, and we're going to combine it with a chatbot. Wink. It's happening, babies. So anyway, that is on Thursday, 1 o'clock p.m. Central. Please do mark your calendars and attend, because it's going to be a great time. Matthew's going to regale us with all of his knowledge. So let's please do attend that. And because I'm not involved in enough, I'm doing a giveaway this week as well. There is the Ignite Your Success giveaway I'm participating in. It's a bunch of free products from some really cool people who know their stuff, including yours truly. So I'm going to drop that link in here as well. I'm doing a lot of stuff this week. What can I say? But want you to think about clicking the link, think about going over and investigating all the stuff that people have to offer. And my friends, above all, think about how you can make your chatbot a 24/7 customer service, sales, marketing entity that will put your business on a level above everybody else. All right, that's it for now, my friends. I'll see you tomorrow. Same bot time, but earlier. It'll be actually at 10 Central. Same bot channel. And I will see you in a bot.